Welcome back, math students, to Math Totally Matters. Today's lesson, we will be talking about math fact families. This is Algebra 1, lesson number 2. What are fact families? Well, fact families are sets of math facts that all use the same three numbers. Fact families show how different operations relate to each other. And that's exactly the point of this lesson, not just to understand and be able to identify what a fact family is, but to see the relationship that happens between both addition math facts compared to subtraction math facts and multiplication compared to division. We'll be able to see that relationship by working through all of these fact families. You will see in this lesson that there are two different types of fact families that you'll encounter. First type is addition and subtraction fact families. Okay, so addition and subtraction fact families will have two addition facts and two subtraction facts. For a total of 4 facts, half of them or 2 of them are addition and 2 of them are subtraction. All of those 4 facts use the same 3 numbers. Here's your first example. What math fact is missing from this following fact family? We have 10 minus 3 equals 7, 3 plus 7 equals 10, 7 plus 3 equals 10, and we're missing one. Which one are we missing? Well, from the previous slide, you already know that each of our fact families will have 4 math facts. 2 of them will be addition, 2 of them will be subtraction. We have 2 addition facts and we only have 1 subtraction. So we know that our missing fact should be a subtraction fact. And we also know from the information provided in the previous slide that we need to be using the same 3 numbers. Our 3 numbers in this math fact family are 3, 7, and 10. So what is the missing fact? I want you to try to come up with that one on your own. When I come back, I'll show you exactly what that is. Okay, so it should be 10 minus 7 equals 3. Okay, so that is the missing math fact. Okay, so 10 minus 7 equals 3. I hope that's the one that you came up with. I want you to also look at each of these. Look at all 4. You can see that with the addition problems, we're taking the 2 smaller numbers and adding them together. First time we add 3 plus 7 in that order, and the second time we add it in the opposite order, 7 plus 3. But both of our addition facts are 3 plus 7, 7 plus 3, and they both equal 10, the largest number. When we deal with the subtraction math facts, we are doing the largest number in the fact family, which is 10, and we are subtracting one of the 2 smaller numbers. So in the first one, we subtracted 3, and in the second one, we subtracted 7. When we subtracted the 3, our answer was 7, and when we subtracted 7, our answer was 3. So that's how you put together a math fact family using addition and subtraction. And so with all of that in mind, I hope you can also see that because of the way these math families are set up and the way it works, that addition and subtraction are exact opposites of each other. Okay, so when we have addition, we're using the 2 smaller numbers, 3 plus 7 equals 10, or 7 plus 3 equals 10. And then subtraction is kind of like undoing that. We're taking that answer, 10, okay, and we're starting with it. And we're going to subtract 3 or subtract 7. And when we subtract 3, we get 7 as our answer, and when we subtract 7, we get 3 as our answer. So they are exact opposites. Okay, so I told you we have addition and subtraction fact families. We also have multiplication and division fact families. Multiplication and division fact families are just like the other ones, the addition and subtraction. They have 2 multiplication facts and 2 division facts. Okay, so there's 4 facts, 2 of them are multiplication, 2 of them are division, and all 4 of the facts use the same 3 numbers. All right, here's example number 2. We're going to look at a math fact family using multiplication and division this time. And the 3 numbers we're using for our fact family will be 5, 6, and 30. So before I show you this fact family, I want to talk to you about the similarities between our fact families with addition and subtraction and multiplication and division. I already told you that just like the addition and subtraction fact families, we are going to have with multiplication and division, we'll have 2 facts with multiplication and 2 of them with division, and that they will use the same 3 numbers every time with the fact families. Also, there are more similarities than that. So with the addition and subtraction, when we looked at the example I showed you, that with the addition facts, we use the 2 smaller numbers, we add them together, and the answer ends up being the largest number in the fact family. With multiplication, it's the same thing. We are going to use our 2 smaller numbers, multiply those 2 numbers together, and they will equal 30. So we'll use them in one order, and then we'll use them in the reverse order. Now, for division, just like with subtraction, we will start with the largest number in our division facts and divide that larger number by one of the 2 smaller numbers. Okay, so both of our division facts will look like that. And then the answer to the division facts will be the smaller number that wasn't used on the other side of the equal sign. So let's take a look. 5 times 6 equals 30. 6 times 5 equals 30. 30 divided by 5 equals 6, and 30 divided by 6 equals 5. So again, just like with the addition and subtraction, this fact family shows us that multiplication and division are exact opposites of one another as well. All right, let's try a practice problem together. Here's number 1. Circle the missing fact for the following fact family. This is an addition and subtraction fact family. I want you to look at this, select your answer, and when you come back, I'll show you what that answer should be. Okay, so in this practice problem, we have 3 of our 4 facts. 6 plus 3 equals 9, 3 plus 6 equals 9, and 9 minus 6 equals 3. So clearly we have 2 addition facts and only 1 subtraction fact. So you're looking for the missing subtraction fact. And from what I've told you, you know that for the addition facts, we add the 2 smaller numbers together to get the largest number. And for the subtraction facts, we start with the largest number, subtract one of the 2 smaller numbers to get the other smaller number as a result. So if we are looking for a subtraction fact, and the one that we already have is 9 minus 6 equals 3, the other one we're looking for would be 9 minus 3 equals 6. So that is letter D. You should have gotten letter D as your answer for this practice problem. Let's move on to number 2. Practice problem number 2, complete the family of facts for the following numbers, 7, 3, and 4. This is addition and subtraction. I want you to try it, and when you come back, I'll show you what you should have written down. All right, you guys, so what are the numbers that we should have filled each of those blanks in with? Let's see. The first 2 sets of blanks are for the 2 addition facts. So you know, I've told you that we're going to add the 2 smaller numbers together to get the largest number. So we can, first of all, say that this is going to be 7 and 7 over here. And we can say 3 plus 4 is 7, but we can also say that 4 plus 3 is 7. Okay, and then for the subtraction facts, we know we're going to start with 7. So we are going to put a 7 here and a 7 here. And then each one of these, we will subtract one of those 2 smaller numbers. So let's go ahead and do 7 minus 3, and the other one will be 7 minus 4. When we say 7 minus 3, we get 4 as our answer, and 7 minus 4 is 3. So that's what your math fact family should have looked like. Practice together number 3. Fill in each missing piece to complete the fact family. Do this on your own for just a moment, and when you come back, I'll show you how it should look. Okay, so for our fact family, we have at the top, this is a multiplication and division clearly because we have a division symbol here. So 24 divided by what equals 4? Well, the only other number in our fact family is 6, so it would be 24 divided by 6 equals 4. All right, and then for blank 6 equals 24. Well, that is clearly going to be multiplication. We have our 2 smaller numbers making up what the larger number is the answer. So 4 times 6 equals 24. Blank equals 6 times 4. Well, 6 times 4 is 24. We're missing our 24, so that's going to go here. And then lastly, 6 equals 24 blank 4. We're starting with a larger number here, and then blank 4 equals 6, so that would be division. It's going to say 24 divided by 4 equals 6. And that's how you fill in those blanks. All right, practice number 4. Which of the following equations belong in the same fact family as 5 equals 20 divided by 4? Choose 3 answers. So this is a multiplication and division fact family using 20, 5, and 4. You select your answers, and when you come back, I'll show you what those are. All right, so the numbers are 20, 5, and 4, or 4, 5, and 20, and we're using multiplication and division. So we should be taking the two smaller numbers, multiplying them together to get the largest number, and we can do that in both orders, with the 4 first and then the 5 first. So 4 times 5 equals 20, that would be one of our answers. And the other one would be 5 times 4 equals 20. Well, it's written in a different order, but this is that one here. So A and E are our two multiplication facts, and then what about the division facts? We had 5 equals 20 divided by 4. What would be the other one? Well, we would need to divide 20 by 5 next, right? So 20 divided by 5 equals 4, and that is letter F. So A, E, and F should be your answers. Here's our next practice problem. Which equations can the tape diagram that you see below represent? You're going to choose 2 answers. So look at the image, look at what it's telling you, and then come up with the 2 answers you think are correct, and when you come back, I'll show you what you should have answered. Okay, so if we look at the picture, we can see that they're giving us some really clear clues. We've got the number 32, number 4, and number 8. So clearly our fact family, if we were talking about a fact family, is going to include the numbers 32, 4, and 8, right? So if we're talking about multiplication and division, the multiplication problems in that fact family would be 4 times 8 equals 32 and 8 times 4 equals 32. The division would be 32 divided by 4 equals 8, or 32 divided by 8 equals 4. So we need to find some that look like those. 8 divided by 4 equals 32, wrong. 32 times 8 equals 4, again, that's incorrect. So what about C? 4 times 8 equals 32? Yes, that is correct. So we would answer C. And then 32 divided by 4 equals 8, again, that's correct. So C and D would be your answers. All right, here's our last practice problem for this lesson. We are going to answer this question. What multiplication and division fact family does the following collection of whistles represent? Okay, well, just like we have before, let's go ahead and count the number of rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows of whistles. And how many whistles are in each row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5 rows of whistles and 7 whistles in each row. Okay, do you know what 7 times 5 or 5 times 7 is offhand? Hopefully, but if you don't, that's okay. What is 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7? Figure that out. Okay, I want you to figure out what the third number is, okay, and then I want you to write your multiplication and division fact family. When you come back, I'll show you the answers. Okay, so 5 rows, 7 whistles in each row means 5 times 7, or 7 times 5, which is 35. Okay, so first of all, the answer to the question, how many whistles in total do we have, is 35. So our numbers are 5, 7, and 35. So your multiplication and division fact family should look like this. You're going to have 7 times 5, 5 times 7, those are the multiplication facts, and both of those are going to be equal to 35. And then for the division facts, you should have, you should start each one with 35, of course, 35 divided by something. So it'd be 35 divided by 5, 35 divided by 7. And of course the answers will be the opposites of the other small numbers. So 35 divided by 5 is 7, and 35 divided by 7 is 5. I'm not going to finish writing those out. You get it. You get the idea. So 7 times 5 equals 35, 5 times 7 equals 35, 35 divided by 5 is 7, and 35 divided by 7 is 5. Those are going to be your facts for this fact family. this wraps up our lesson for today. I hope that you've taken something away with this that is valuable and will help you when we move on to our times tables. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.